Okay, let's look at a few other things on topographic maps. If you look at the very bottom of the page, you're going to see the scale. This is a 7.5-minute quadrangle, and the scale is 1 to 24,000 feet. Contour interval is always listed down here. It's 20-foot interval. We've already discussed that in a previous video. And the colors on the map mean things as well. If you look at green areas, the green areas are areas that are covered in forest generally. The open white areas are areas that have been cleared and usually are some type of agricultural land, pastures, crops, things of that nature. Major roads, as shown here, are red dashes. Still paved roads, but not as large of a road, are shown as a double black line. Creeks in blue. This is the Cahaba River, major river. If you see a road which is kind of a dashed line like here, that's an unimproved road, a dirt road, maybe gravel. Buildings are shown as rectangles or squares. We're going to go up to the top of this map and we're going to look at the town of West Blockton. You can see city streets laid out. You can see individual buildings, larger buildings, and sometimes that's very helpful in locating yourself on the ground. You can see a brown stippled area here, and that indicates strip mines, surface mines, and this is a coal-bearing area, and these are old strip mines. You can see ponds in blue located in and around these strip mines. This one is actually labeled as a tailings pond, which would be where you would get runoff and the siltation would collect in these ponds. So as I said, these maps are very, very useful. Here's a railroad track right in here. That's the symbol for a railroad track. You can also tell a little bit about the rock type from the pattern of the contours. And I want to look at this area up here. You can see how these little ravines are lined up pretty much in a line. This usually indicates one of two things. It could indicate alternating hard and soft layers of rock, like right here where I have the pointer laid. This is high ground, and streams cutting through, but on either side it's high ground. So this is most likely going to be a sandstone. The rock could be dipping in this direction, back towards the bottom of the video. If so, this could be a shale unit, which is softer, and again alternating to another harder sandstone unit, alternating to a softer shale unit. That could be what's causing this trellis looking pattern to the drainage. It could also be fractures, like joints that are evenly spaced. So sometimes you have structural control, which would be fractures or faults. You could have lithology controls, which is the alternating hard and soft layers of rock. So you can look at maps like this and get a pretty good idea of a lot of things that you may see when you get out on the ground. So that's why I want to spend time looking at these maps and get you used to reading and understanding some of the things. Now you'll see we're going to zoom in next to the Cahaba River, and you see that number 432. That's a benchmark. That is how that is a surveyed in known point. If you go out on the ground at this location, you will, if you look very hard, find a bronze circular label that will have a benchmark number on it, U.S. Geological Survey, and that's a known point of elevation.